If you are new here, welcome to the channel. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Back to what we were talking about. Now, the basis of the folklore and mythography. Mesopotamian and the Eastern Mediterranean areas. Depiction of entities with tails of fish. But the upper bodies of the human beings appeared in Mesopotamian artwork from the old Babylon period onwards. Artwork of the old Babylon period onwards. These figures are usually mermen, but mermaids do occasionally appear. Now we're talking about the boys. That's what we're talking about here. The name for the mermaid figure may have been Kuliltu, meaning fish woman. Such figures were used as the Neo-Azarian art as protective figures and were shown in both monumental sculptures and in small protective figurines. Basically fuck dolls, maybe. Because I guess everyone was horny back then. They just kept seeing these things all over the place. Just like, I can't find myself a gal, so I might as well find myself a thick seal. It gets lonely out there in the sea. The first known mermaid stories appeared in the Azari back in 1000 BC. The goddess she sacrificed herself to become a mermaid because she loved a mortal and unintentionally killed him. Unintentionally. That's some like Lifetime shit. Hold on. Ashamed, she jumped into the lake and took the form of a fish. But the waters would not conceal her divine beauty. Thereafter, she took the form of a mermaid, human above the waist, fish below. Although the earliest representation of the Tar goddess showed her as a fish with a human head and arm, similar to the Babylonian god E. The Greek recognized a Tar goddess under the name Derketo. Sometimes before the 546 BC, Meselene philosopher Anaximander postulated that mankind had sprung from an aquatic animal species. Just busted out the sea. He thought that humans who began life with prolonged infancy could have survived otherwise. Tight. The Great Britain and Ireland, the Norman chapel and the Durham castle built around 1078 has what is probably the earliest surviving artistic depiction of a mermaid in England. It can be seen on a south-facing capital above one of the original Norman stone pillars. Mermaids appeared in British folklore as unlucky omens, both foretelling disasters and provoking it. Several varieties of their Ballad of Sir Patrick Spens depict a mermaid speaking to the doomed ships. In some versions, she tells them they will never see land again. In others, she claims they are near shore, which they are wise enough to know means what? She claims they are near shore, which they are wise enough to know means the same thing. Oh, that there's no land in sight. Mermaids have also described as able to swim up rivers to freshwater lakes. Oh, cool. In one story, the Laird of Launty went to the aid of a woman who thought was drowning in the lake near his house. A servant of his pulled him back, warning him he was a mermaid, but was drowning, and screamed at them as she would have killed him if it were not for his servant. But mermaids could occasionally be more beneficent teaching humans cures for certain diseases. Mermen have been described as wilder and uglier than mermaids, with little interest in humans. A freshwater mermaid-like creature from Western Europe. A freshwater mermaid creature like the creature in European folklore is Melusine, a female spirit of fresh water in the Holy Well River. She is sometimes depicted with two fishtails or with the lower body of a serpent. In the Byzantine and Ottoman Greece, the concept of a siren as both a mer-like creature and bird-like creature persisted in the Byzantine Greece for some time. Yada, yada, yada. We've heard that one. What about Eastern Europe? The Rusalkas, or the Slavic counterparts of the Greek sirens of the Naiades. Are a type of female spirit, or nymph. The nature of the Rusalkas varies among folk tradition, but according to ethnologist D.K. Zelenin, they all share a common element. They are the restless spirits of the unclean dead. They are usually ghosts of young women who died a violent and untimely death, perhaps by murder or suicide, before their wedding, and especially by drowning. Oh shit, wow, that's wild. The Rusalkas are said to inhabit lakes and rivers. They appear as beautiful young women with long, pale green hair and pale skin, suggesting a connection with the floating weeds and days spent underwater in faint sunlight. They can be seen after dark and dancing together under the moon and calling out to the young men by name, luring them to the water and drowning them. The characteristics of the Rusalkas as both desirable and treacherous is prevalent in Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, and was emphasized in the 19th century Russian authors, best known as great Czech nationalist composer Antonian Dvorak. Rusalka. More folk are mentioned in the Shunhanging. How the fuck do you say that one? I need to be better at this. If we're gonna be learning / teaching you this, I need to teach you this.
Shanhaijing.
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 Shanhaiji. Oh. Well, there you go. More folk were mentioned in the Shanhaijing classic of the mountains and sea, compilation of the Chinese geographic and mythology, dating from the 4th century BC. The Jiaorin, or shark people, oh fuck yeah, are mentioned in the Baowu Sea, and a number of other texts, including the Shuji. Sightings in China. Oh, the Yaocheng Chiwen, the scenes of herds, or Jotting of the South, contains 2 accounts concerning mermaids. In the first, a man captures a mermaid, sea woman, on the shore of Lantau Island. She looks human in every respect except that her body is covered with fine hair of many colors. She cannot talk, but he takes her home and marries her. Fuck. After his death, the mermaid returns to the sea where she was found. The second story, a man sees a woman lying on the beach while his ship was anchored offshore. On closer inspection, her feet and hands appear to be webbed. She is carried to the water and expresses her gratitude towards the sailor before swimming away. Korea is bounded on 3 sides of the sea. In some villages near the sea in Korea, there are mysterious waters. There are mysterious stories about mermaids. Mermaids have features just like humans. Kim Dam Ryong, who was mayor of the town, saved 4 captured mermaids from a fisherman, as recorded in Yadem, unofficial histories. In the Donga Peak Island of Busan, train to Busan, there's a tale of a princess Huang Ok. Okay, from the kingdom of Naranda, Naradan, Naranda, a mythical undersea kingdom of mermaids. This tale is based on historical Hyo Huang Ok from India. Another tale concerns a mermaid named Sinjik, who warned fishermen of impending storms by seeing and throwing rocks into the sea of Guamong Island. The island's residents believed her to be a goddess of the sea, that she could predict the weather. Oh shit. Damn, look at that. Come on. I don't know why she reminds me of like a hag in like D&D. Come on, miss, have a little bit of this fishy fish right here. Jeez. I'm sorry, Space Cat. I'm sorry, but let's see. Without a human torso, in certain prominent depictions, the Ningyo is not quite half female, but has a human female head resting on a fish-like body. An example is shown published in the Kawaraban News Flyer, dated 5 months of Bunkai. It was said to have a pair of golden horns and a red belly, 3 eyes on each side of its torso, and a carp-like tail end. The mermaid purportedly measured 3 approximately. Oh, I didn't even recognize this type of measurement. Is approximately 1.27 meters, or 4 foot wooden staff used in some. Oh wow. 5 shaku, Japanese foot. Oh, that's interesting. Or 10.6 meters, and requires 450 rifles to take down. Holy shit. Hey, just like, okay, the guy's just sitting out there like, okay, let's see what. All right. 47, 48, 49. Hey, where's the one guy? What are you talking about? What do you mean the one guy? Like, no, the 4. Please tell me we have other guys. And just like, I don't know. Just like, we're fucked. We don't have 450 rifles. Holy shit. Southeast Asia. In Thailand, the The Suvenamaka is a daughter of Tosa Kanth, appearing in the Thai and other Southeast Asian versions of Ramayana. She is a mermaid princess who tries to spoil Hanuman. Damn. My God, like, I will bleed for you. Plans to build a bridge to Lanka, but falls in love with him instead. In Cambodia, she is referred to as Suvanna Maka, a favorite for Cambodian audiences. In Javanese culture of Indonesia, Nya Roro Kidul is Nyai Roro Kidul is a sea goddess and the queen of southern seas. She has many forms, and where in mermaid form she is called Nya Bolrong. In the Philippines, mermaid concepts differ per ethnic group. Among the Pangasinese and the the Binala Tongan mermaid is a queen of the sea who married the mortal Maginu and Palasipas. Maginu Palasipas, and ruled humanity for a time. So the Ilocano mermaids were said to have propagated and spread through the union of the first Serena and the first Litau, a water god. Among the Bicolano, mermaids were referred to as Magindara, known as their beautiful voice and vicious nature. Among the Sabal, mermaids called the Mambubuno are depicted as having two fins instead of one. And the general term for mermaids among the ethnic groups is Serena. Savannah Mancha is a daughter of Ravenna that appears in the Cambodian and Thai versions of Ravenna. Okay, so okay, it's the same. For other parts, now in Africa, Mami Water, Mother of Water, are water spirits venerated in West, Central, and Southern Africa, and in Africa diaspora, in the Caribbean, and the parts of North and South America. They are usually female, but sometimes male. Sweet. They are regarded as diabolical beings and are often female fatale, luring men to their death. A lot of women leading men to their death here. Hopefully Merman got some stuff we can throw at them.
His name is Professor Volgate. Professor Volgate. Professor